Solo fans, today I will introduce you to the first episode of the third season. We will start from where the last episode of the anime ended. Many people think that the episode ended here, and this is not true. The episode ended after Jin-Woo left the meeting. And all that happened after this scene was a time skip. Literally, many important events took place, so we will start the summary immediately after the end of the meeting. I hope you reach this episode a number of amazing likes. To continue the fast download, and maybe a longer episode. I love you, legends, and let's start. Jin-Woo met with the president of the Fishermen's Association. The latter thanked him for the great help he provided in the last mission. Otherwise, they would not have succeeded in cleaning the island of Yeoh. Brothers, the president told him that the association is proud of all its members and wants to reward them in any way possible. Then Jin-Woo asked about his new goals, especially after he showed his strength to the world. And now all the countries will try to join him in their ranks. The president does not intend to stand idly by, so Jin-Woo said that he wants to establish his own league. The president did not object and told him that the fishermen of the S rank do not need any explanation. He told him, "You just submit your application and the necessary papers, and we will take care of the rest." Then he changed the subject of the speech and asked him about something strange that happened on the island of Yeoh after the battle. Jin-Woo did not understand what he meant. The president told him that the fishermen who took on the mission to clear the island were found unconscious, and most of them were from the S rank and B. And this is what surprised them. And he asked him, "Did you leave a barrier on the island? Could it be the reason for that?" Jin-Woo replied that he did not leave anything behind. Then he asked the president what the fishermen said after they woke up. He told them that they did not remember anything of what happened, and that they were likely to be attacked by magic. Jin-Woo said, maybe it was a trap left by the ants. At this moment, one of the guards came and told the president that there was an important person waiting for him. The president immediately ended the meeting and thanked Jin-Woo for his time. This last one did not get upset because of the president's leave, because he also does not like the atmosphere of meetings. He went to his car, and a person approached him and asked him, "Are you Mr. Song Jin-Woo?" This last one did not respond, and he wonders what this person wants. So the man came forward and showed his ID card. His name is Adam, and he is the representative of the American Fishermen's Association. He told her, "I went to your office to meet you, but I didn't find you there. I apologize for appearing without an appointment." Jin-Woo asked him, "Why do you want to meet me?" Adam told him that he had information that interests him, and told him, "I assure you that you have not heard this information before, and you will not find it with anyone other than us." Jin-Woo asked him, "If this information is so important, why do you want to give it to me?" Adam explained to him that the association benefits from exchanging information with distinguished fishermen like her. He told him that the last cave that occurred on the island of Jeju affected the vice president strongly, and he was excited to meet you to discuss with you matters of great importance. Then he pointed out that there is a car coming from here to pick them up, and he invited him to meet the vice president. Jin-Woo, my brothers, rejected the offer at the moment and told him, "I will think about it, then I will contact you later." Here Adam decided to reveal the strongest paper he had, and Jin-Woo asked with confidence, "Have you heard of the developer? Do you know that there is a driver who can raise the level of another driver?" These words were enough to make Jin-Woo get in the car without hesitation, and they set off. They stood in front of a huge building that looked like a hotel, and the vice president welcomed them. His name was Michael Connor. He welcomed with a song, but he only spoke English. That's why Adam is the one who took over the translation. Michael decided to get straight to the point and put a closed file on the table and told Song that the file contained all the necessary papers to immigrate to America. He said that collecting these papers in the normal case would take at least 2 years, but for Jin-Woo, all he needs is to sign, and he will become an American citizen. Song threw it in a stern and serious look and said to him, "I came to get the information. This is what your assistant told me. I want to know more about the person called the developer." Michael replied, "The person you are asking about is here with us." Then he ordered one of the guards to bring him. The developer was a woman named Norma. Michael assured him that she was the only one who had this ability, by which she could help the hikers to cross their limits and reach higher levels. Jin-Woo noticed that this woman was different from the rest of the fishermen. Michael asked her to explain her ability in detail to his guests. Song looked at her and said, "It seems that you do not believe us. I do not blame you, because everyone who has passed before you has met us with the same impression. But as soon as I use my ability on you, your doubts will disappear. Because all the hikers have a limit that they cannot cross. And here comes my turn, I can help you to cross that limit. Michael told her that this ability is terrifying, and Norma needs rest for a long time after using it. For this reason, only a few people get this opportunity. Jin-Woo admitted to herself that it was an amazing ability, if her words were true. Then he asked her about the effectiveness of this process. She told him that the results vary from person to person, but it is expected to increase by 30%. This number shocked Song, because he is very old and does not need any training. So this offer is really tempting, and he understood why Mr. Huang moved to America despite all the criticisms. No one can refuse an offer like this. Then Michael told her that if this information leaks, there may be chaos abroad. So the deputy manager replied to him that their job is to protect Norma and provide her with everything she needs, whether money or anything she wants, and on the other hand, help the fishermen who were chosen by the office. And he told her to consider this a gift from us to you, because we recognize your strength and respect you. Jin-Woo replied, I see it as a deal, not a gift. Michael replied, regarding the offer, we guarantee that you will always have the priority, you will get the best contracts, you will be able to choose any team you want. You will have complete freedom if you choose America. Then Norma told him, there is no need to rush today. We did not come here to talk about the deal. Today you will go to the first stage of the second awakening. As we told you before, this is a gift, and this is how we will show you our good intentions. So Michael asked him, do you agree to use her ability on you? Jin-Woo replied, without any cost. So he replied, yes, I consider it just a service. Jin-Woo agreed. So curiosity overcame him. Norma held his hand and asked him to look into her eyes directly. Michael smiled and said to himself that Jin-Woo fell into the trap because this ability turns into addiction for anyone who wants power. So every hunter who passes the first stage will ask to complete the rest of the stages, no matter what the cost, and then they will press on him to sign any contract. Norma succeeded in activating her ability, and now she will be able to see the limits of his power. She moved to a wide and dark place. This place represents its limits, and there was a shock here. There is no end. Then a shadow appeared, like a human. It approached her, little by little. The distance was getting smaller. Then he threw her with a terrifying look. Then she withdrew immediately and screamed with a force of great force. Immediately the guards raised their weapons on Song. They thought he was threatening Norma's safety. Michael ordered them to retreat and told them, do you know who he is? So the hunter tried to justify his actions because he was worried about Norma. So Michael slapped him and told him, you are a fool. Go and take care of her if you are worried about her. Then he bowed in front of Jin-Woo and apologized to her for the behavior of the two guards. So he answered, it's okay, but he doesn't understand what happened. Why did this woman fear to this extent? Michael told the guard, if Thomas Andre wasn't Jin-Woo, we wouldn't have all died, you idiot. The guard was sweating when he realized the danger of the mistake he had made. Michael approached Norma, asked her, what's the matter? You were sweating a lot. Are you sick? Norma didn't answer her. She sighed as if she saw a monster. Michael apologized to Song, told her that the woman doesn't seem to be well, and promised to contact her when she gets better, and ordered Adam to take the hunter to his house. Then he asked Norma, please tell me what happened. She answered him in a distressed voice, he is the king, and he is very strong. These words shocked Michael. This means that the evaluation given to Song is wrong. He should not be from the S rank, but from the national rank. Norma told him that she couldn't confirm this, because he was different from any hunter she had met before. When she was inside him, she felt that he also saw what was inside her, and the most terrifying thing was that the hunter Song Jin-Woo had no limits, which makes him qualified to be the strongest hunter in the world. The scene moves to the headquarters of the Korean Hunters Association. The president was sad. He felt sorry for the death of a hunter from Pyongyang, because he was a good person, humble and serious. At this moment, his phone rang. The caller told him that a new gate from the S rank appeared in the middle of the road, and because of it, the car stopped, which led to a crisis in the traffic. The president realized that this gate could not be handled by an ordinary team, so he decided to call a big gate. But what caught his attention was the location of the back of the gate, very close to Jin-Woo's hunting office. The scene moves to Song. He was in his car heading home, and he was thinking about what happened to Norma, and he was sure that she had seen something unexpected, which caused her fear, but he didn't know exactly what she saw. And he was sure that what she saw was something terrifying, and she might not accept his meeting again. Song was stuck in the crowd, and didn't know why. Then his phone rang. The president called him, and of course about the new gate that appeared, and asked him to lock it if possible. Song asked him, "Do I need a license first?" The president told him, "I called you personally and you asked me about the license." Song laughed and accepted. The president thanked him for that. The gate was surrounded by barriers, and people were not allowed to approach it. At this moment Jin-Woo arrived. All people knew him now, and they felt at ease when they saw him. But the gate supervisor did not allow him to enter without a license, even if he was from the top. There were rules to follow. Song felt that trying to convince this employee would only be a waste of time. So he called the president directly to solve this problem. The employee asked him, "Who is on the phone?" Song told him that he is a person who cannot be ignored. And indeed the president explained to the employee and ordered him to allow Song to enter. And here is Jin-Woo entering the gate alone. The employee was furious and hoped that Song would be offended or his feet would be broken there. Suddenly the guard shouted. The gate changed its color and became red. The employee was worried and thought that his wish came true. Jin-Woo inside felt as if he had fallen into a trap because he moved to a different place, which means it is a red gate, and he will not be able to leave until he gets rid of the gate supervisor. He remembered the last conversation he had with his mother. She did not mind his work as a fisherman, and she said that he became like his father. She said that his father was a fireman, and she loved him when she saw him save others, so she did not want to stop Song, and only asked him to be careful. These words comforted Jin-Woo, because his mother supported him, and this relieves the pressure on him. He took out all his evidence, and decided to clear this gate in one day. The battle began. Jin-Woo's evidence clashed with the magical monsters. Explosions everywhere. Song stands with his fists, watching them without interfering. This fight seems easy, and his own shadow is enough. And he realizes that the enemy of the fisherman is not the monsters, but his first enemy is the deceit. If he lets the fisherman get rid of him, he will become a knight. The shadows literally spread the monsters, and yet Song is committed to the maximum level of caution until the matter is completely over, because at any moment the situation may change. As happened to Biro, he was the strongest ant, but suddenly he turned into a servant. That's why Song doesn't know what might happen to him if he underestimated his opponents, and he decided that from now on, he will take any mission seriously. Even if it seems easy, he will not hesitate to use all his strength. The scene moves to a mysterious place. A giant gate appeared in it. A fisherman there seems tired. He is very tired, and he asks the creature in front of him, "What exactly are you?" He is the same person who appeared in the last episode of the second season. His name is Silid, and he is the king of ice. He came to America in search of the rest of the kings. Here another person appeared and came out of the same gate. He is called Jin-Woo1, the king of the Jin. He carries important information for Silid. He told him about the appearance of the king of the shadows in Korea. "Didn't you say you would take care of that side?" He said he wouldn't go to the east, because there is one of the most important events that will take place in the south, and he has to go there. But Silid wanted to deal with the king of the shadows first. So Jin-Woo1 told him that the engineer is currently in control of the situation, and there are no problems. And he said he still has other news more important than anything before. He told him that in Korea there is a flash of light. The appearance of Silid has changed, so this news really caught his attention. So Jin-Woo1 asked him, "What will we do about it?" Silid replied to him, "If you leave it to me, I will take care of it. But first of all, our visit here was useless. I think one of them intended to bring us to this place." At this moment Song Il-hwan, Jin-Woo's father, heard all the talk and realized that Korea had become their goal. And of course he wouldn't let them get out of here alive. The king of the shadows challenged him to stop them if he could. Il-hwan attacked immediately, so Silid stopped him with his abilities. He laughed, as if he was mocking his weakness. Il-hwan did not accept the loss in this way. Then a huge explosion occurred. We go back to the Red Gate, where Song Jin-Woo, the head of the gate, surrounded by his followers, came to search for the killer of his soldiers. He was surprised when he found the entrance, just a small box. He did not believe that the one in front of him is the one who committed this slaughter. With an angry voice, the guards ordered him to come out, but no one came out, so he sensed the confusion. So Jin-Woo sneaked out and told him, "You have a piercing voice." Then he remained silent for a moment and said, then his shadow came out, and they killed all the hidden guards. The leader was astonished. He could not comprehend what happened here. Suddenly one of them threw something at him. It was the head of one of his followers. The perpetrator was Biro, and as if he was telling the monster that this will be the fate of everyone who disrespects the king, and Jin-Woo could not hide his smile when he saw that. The leader was very angry. But Jin-Woo did not give him a chance to speak. He ordered his army to stop what they started. Biro the ant was the one who claimed the attack. The guards did not stand idly by. They also went to defend their leader. Two of them succeeded in reaching Jin-Woo. So Tank came back to get rid of them. The king today will not move from his place. The leader of the monsters saw his army fall and became reluctant to participate. Jin-Woo thought of getting rid of him himself, but Biro and Idris had another opinion. They cut the right hand and left foot in a joint attack. The leader fell to the ground. His wounds were bleeding, and he was screaming because of the pain. Tusk used the skill that allows him to increase his size. Then he used the gravity skill and crushed the leader with the ground. Jin-Woo advanced towards him. He stood in front of him and said, "Answer my questions. The faster you answer, the less the pain." The leader died, and Jin-Woo did not get any information and realized that the regime had re-intervened to prevent its leak. But he was not worried and said that he would know everything as time passed. He opened his safe and took out the key he had in the castle of the devils when he defeated their king. At that time, no information appeared about it. But now his level has exceeded 100, so he decided to lose it again, and indeed information appeared about it. This key only works on a specific gate and will appear after 417 hours, and this gate will lead him to the same temple that he entered at the beginning of the anime. Jin-Woo said that he tried to forget that place. He tried to forget what happened there, but he couldn't, and now here he is calling him again. But this time it won't be like the previous one. He has become a different person, and he tries to return the watch every 2 hours. The statue felt the long absence from Song Jin, and he was also excited to meet him. Events moved to the office. Jin-Woo was responding to all the critics who insult Song Jin, because he considers him his older brother, and he will not allow anyone to insult him. Suddenly Jin-Woo appeared next to him, told him, "You are serious," and asked him if there was a problem. Jin-Woo did not feel his arrival, and said that everything was fine. So he gave him a bag full of magical diamonds, and asked him, "Is this enough to establish our league?" Jin-Woo was amazed by this large amount, and told him that we will not worry about salaries after now. Jin-Woo forgot the employee's order, so Jin-Woo said that they need another person to fulfill the condition. The rules say that the least number possible to establish a league is 3 people. So they need someone serious, because he will always be with them. And there is a more important thing than the third member. Jin-Woo was surprised, and asked him what we need, so Eugene told him. "Seriously, did you think about the name of the league?" Jin-Woo replied with a smile. "Man, I thought you were going to say something important." So Eugene told him that the name is something important and sensitive, and it should not be relative, because all the leagues have names that symbolize certain things, and he started thinking about the name Rannan. So Jin-Woo suggested naming it Solo Play. Eugene was shocked when he heard the name. So Song said that their league depends on solo hunting, and this name suits it. Eugene does not understand if Song is serious or trying to say a joke, because this name suits a league in a game and not in reality. At this moment they heard a knock on the door. Eugene went to see who was on the way, so he was shocked when he saw the visitor. "She is beautiful." Crash. Everyone who followed Solo. High-end. Jin-Woo asked her, "What are you doing here, my lady?" She answered him in a high-pitched voice, "I want to join your league." And here we will stop. Stay tuned for the rest of the events in the coming episodes. I love you guys. Goodbye.